AITA for ripping my debit card out of my fiancé's hand when I saw him purchasing stuff for his brother off Amazon. My fiancé's brother, Chris, moved to Mississippi from our hometown 2 years ago to be with some girl he met on the internet. Chris has always been the type to make terrible life choices, and my fiancé is always the one who bails him out. With the exception of my FMIL. My fiancé does this because he has survivor's guilt. They lived with their father growing up, and their father hated Chris with a burning passion for whatever reason, but loved my fiancé, Heath. So Heath saw a lot. Yes. They both got out physically but mentally. Chris was ruined. Refuses therapy. Gets into trouble constantly. Etc. He is 33 and my fiancé is 28. So when Chris left to go to Mississippi, I was working at the hospital 70 hours a week while Heath stayed home with the kids. He had no income, but he was a SAHD and this worked for us. However, I started noticing money going missing quite often, and when I checked the bank statements, Heath handled them because he was an accountant for a couple years and better at budgeting. I noticed a shit ton of Amazon purchases and money transfers through FB Pay. When I confronted him, he told me his brother and the chick didn't work out, so he was helping him with like hotel stays, food, essentials, etc. It's important to note that during this time, I was pissed because of how much money was being spent and limited him on what he could send his brother a month because it's not my responsibility. So I didn't make him stop but limited him. Well, budget cuts went through my hospital 2 months ago and I was cut, along with 340 other employees. 4 wings were closed down, mine being one of them. So I am currently unemployed. Heath works constantly now. I also just got my taxes back. We have 3 kids. I got back a big chunk of money. Last night Chris calls and Heath shuts the bedroom door. I assumed cause the kids were being loud. But I walked in roughly 10 minutes later and see Heath has my debit card in hand, typing in the info on Amazon to buy his brother over $400 worth of shit. Books, board games, playing cards, etc. Nothing he needed. I rip the debit card out of his hand and ask him what the fuck he is doing, and he just looks at me like I am an R and asks WTF I had the nerve to do that. I told him I am not fishing out $400 worth of shit to his brother. And he goes, my brother has nothing to fucking do and this is the only way I can help. And said, since I got back a shit ton of money, I should be willing to help. Especially considering he gets his paycheck Friday and can make up for it. I still said no. He is now saying I am a controlling R.